We're in today with the R9 370. This is a 2015 video card with 1024 shaders. It's got 4 GB of Vram GDDR5, 975 MHz on the core clock and 1400 MHz on the memory clock, 256 bits bus width, and we're gonna pair it up with this E5 2699V4 with 22 cores and 22 threads with hyper-threading disabled. I think this is a fantastic video card considering the age, considering the VRAM this video card is got. And I think the best thing we can do is jump in a couple of games and see how it holds. Let's go. Let's start with Fortnite and see how it's running on 1080p with performance mode. This is a good chance to see the video card and the system itself, how it's performing. I got only 1.2 gig, nearly 1.3 gig of VRAM utilization, and 63, but actually it's going up to 100% in some cases. I put the fan on 50% fan speed in order not to hear the fan because it's very loud. It's a blower style fan and it sounds very disturbing, if it makes any sense. In this situation, you can actually see the system is doing okay, you know, with hundreds of FPS on average. There's a couple of times in which I can see that the GPU is 100% and in some cases only 60%. I don't understand this, but I think there is a problem with the system. Maybe there is a problem with 22 cores in this situation in Fortnite, but hence why we're testing more games and see how the performance is with this video card. Here you can actually see that the GPU and the system is doing a fantastic job on actually delivering hundreds of FPS. There is room. This video card's got lots of display ports, HDMI, DVI. You can connect all kinds of stuff. And maybe the problem is not with the video card. Maybe the problem is with the drivers. Who knows? Because I put a professional driver. I don't know if it's the right drivers. I tried to put the normal ones. You know what? I was like, just go with this and see how it's performing. Maybe you will have a different type of performance with this. But if we're jumping in Farlight with this video card and this system, you can clearly see that the GPU is doing a fantastic job. The system itself doesn't have any problems, and I really like how it's performing. I got 100% load on the GPU. Sometimes it's working to maximum, sometimes it's too low, but overall performance is great. I like the performance that I get from this game utilizing the video card, and it's actually a fantastic performance. The system has no problem, 36 degrees with 9 gig of system RAM being utilized here. You can actually see it's doing great, you know, the whole computer. If I'm interested on actually getting more FPS, I think it will be very ideal to limit the FPS based on the monitor. That's it. That's the only thing I have in this situation, because if I want more FPS, I think I have to put lower details or lower resolution, but 240 FPS on a monitor that I have, it's actually fantastic because that's the limit. So if I want to, for instance, this video card has a lot of display ports, DVI, HDMI, all kinds of connection ports in the back, and it's a fantastic video card to if you want multiple display or high-end FPS. You know, like in this situation, I like the performance from this game that is offering, you know, and I'm interested if I can output this 240 FPS with my monitor, and it's possible. This is the right game for this situation if you're interested on playing like this. But if we're jumping in Counter-Strike with this video card and this system, you can actually see that the system and the video card is doing fantastic. There is a pattern here on the load of the video card that is 63%, and sometimes it's going up to 100%, but regardless, I think this is a very decent performance from the video card and the system itself, you know, considering it's only utilizing one cable, one 6-pin connector for external power supply. I think 250 watts consumption, it's an adequate consumption from the video card overall. Using 2.6 gig of VRAM shows me that this video card with 4 gig of VRAM, it's actually ideal if you're interested on playing Counter-Strike. In this situation, I cannot understand the 63% load, and maybe I need a graph here in order to understand how it's utilizing the video card, but notice that every single time I'm jumping in a game, that percentage is the same. I will not take it for granted. I put the fan on the video card on automatic, and I want to see the temperature in this situation. Sometimes that 63% is jumping to 100%, and then I understand that the video card is doing the job. For jumping in GTA 5 with this video card and this system, you can actually see it based on the wattage. I have 270 watts consumption. That means the system, the video card, is doing a fantastic job. Maybe 64% load on the core is maximum. Who knows? I don't understand. Every single game is saying 63. See, and sometimes 97. That's it. 62, 63, that's it. 58 degrees. I put the fan on 60% power in order to keep the video card cool, because in the last game in Counter-Strike I seen that the video card, it's was getting hot to 70 degrees, and I don't want that. I entered the game here in GTA 5 and everything was automated. It was put with very high texture, high details, shadows and stuff like that with DirectX 11. But I put it down because I want to see maximum FPS that I can get from this, because it was running with 50-60 FPS. I don't want 50-60 FPS, I want hundreds of FPS, because I want to output the best performance from this video card and this system. Sometimes it's good to actually see that automated setup, how it's performing and how it's setting up the game in order for you to play the game, you know. Sometimes I use it, but in some situation it's not okay, you know. In this case, you can clearly see that the video card is doing a fantastic job. The system itself doesn't have any problem. You can actually play the game with this video card without any problems. There is no problem utilizing this video card in this situation. I like it. I like this performance. I like everything about this, because it shows me that a video card like this can be actually used today. It's 9 years old. This shows you how awesome it is if you keep supporting the video card with the drivers, you know. If you come back and you put an NVIDIA video card, it will be okay, you know, but not like this AMD. Look at this. Fantastic frame time, fantastic MS. There is no problem here. Utilization on the core is good, you know, theoretically with 63%. Apparently this is my team today, and 1.6 gig of VRAM. I mean, there is no problem in this case when it comes to utilizing this video card and the system. But if we're jumping in Crossout with maximum details in this situation with, hear me out, Fidelity FX on balance, so we can get 60-70 FPS on average. This is very interesting because it shows me one thing, that this 63-64% is actually 100%. So in this situation, you can actually see it's bouncing 90-100% times to time. I maxed out the video card so I can see if that stupid 63% is still there, and is there, you know. So in some situation, you can actually see 100%. And it goes back. Regardless, this is maximum details in Crossout with this video card, and you can actually see it's using 3.1 gig of VRAM. The only thing I can do is just jump in a couple of games and see how it's running. Even with balance, I see the Fidelity FX artifacts, but I'm not gonna judge, because if the FPS is there, then there is no problem. I like it, you know. I will take the win when it comes to 60 FPS with maximum details. I'm not joking, this is maximum details. The only thing I've done was disable the motion blur, and that's it, you know. But he's doing fantastic. Seriously, he's doing a fantastic job here, and we need to appreciate a video card like this, how it's running. Seriously, yeah. Apparently the VRAM didn't manage to pass 3.4. It's hovering around 3.4 gig of VRAM. The FPS is still there, so Fidelity FX is doing a fantastic work. Got 250-260 watts consumption. The GPU stays around 60 degrees, so the fan speed on 60% is actually adequate. 8 gig of system RAM being utilized here with this computer. It stays around 20% load on the CPU with 36 degrees on the CPU. Temperature is perfect on the CPU, so there is no problem here in this case with this computer and utilization. I love the performance in this game and how it's running. But if we're jumping in Mad Max with this system and with this video card, you can actually see that the GPU is doing a fantastic job. It's on normal details. Apparently here with this video card, you can get 1.5 gig of VRAM utilization in order to deliver this amount of FPS. The frame time is flat. It looks okay-ish. You can see that in some cases you get a couple of spikes, but it stays around 8, 9, 10 ms. Overall performance is great. 67 degrees. I had to repaste the video card in order to continue, because I've seen all of the sudden my video card managed to just disappear the temperature. Thermal paste on this video card was stone cold, you understand, so it was not very adequate. But now I have 65% fan speed and I got 68 degrees, but I got 130 FPS on average, and that is fantastic. On normal details, if you're interested on putting more details, you got the option, because here you can actually see the wattage is good. 270 apparently it's on maximum. 63% load on the core with 99 and 100, it's something normal. You can actually see that the game is utilizing the GPU and the system. Theoretically, the system not a lot, because I only got 5.5 gig of system RAM being utilized and under 30% load on the CPU side with 35 degrees. I mean, the CPU is barely used in this case, but the video card does that job, and in this case I'm very grateful that I have this amount of performance from a card like this. So regardless, I like the performance here with this R9 in this game, and I'm coming into the game because you know that this game is supporting Crossfire and SLI, so maybe in the future I will get the opportunity. Who knows, because this one has a Crossfire cable connector there, so who knows, maybe you can actually find a compatible video card. But if we're jumping in dirt, apparently this game supports SLI and Crossfire, and on Ultra with maximum details you can actually see the game looks fantastic. I mean, I don't know how to drive, and I don't want to go super fast because I don't want to end up in the bushes, but disregarding that, you can actually see that there is option here for setting up the system in such a way that you can get more FPS. If you're interested on playing this game, I came here because I know this game is supporting a couple of more options with multi-GPU, you know, and on Ultra you can see that it's doing a fantastic job with nearly 60 FPS. I mean, under 20 ms, that is not okay theoretically to run this game, but I put it on maximum because I wanted to see how much VRAM it's utilizing from this R9 video card, and it's utilizing 2.2 gig of VRAM and is doing theoretically a fantastic job. Overall, the video card is holding theoretically with under 70 degrees, but you can actually see it's reaching 70 soon, and ideal will be to put the fan on higher performance. On this occasion, the system doesn't have any problem. 5.7 gig of system RAM being utilized with under 30% load on the CPU with 36 degrees. All in all, the computer is doing a fantastic job, and I think this is one of those games that allows you to utilize the computer properly. But if we're jumping in Cyberpunk with this video card, you can literally see that the video card it's struggling to get 25 FPS, 24 actually, to get cinematic performance. This is low details without any upscaling, so in this situation you can see that the video card is struggling to keep playable FPS. It looks okay, but I don't have the FPS that I want in order to play the game with this video card, you know. 2.2 gig of VRAM utilization, 63% load on the core. That is maximum performance from the video card, you know, and sometimes it's jumping to 100%, but it doesn't show me. And I got 260 watts consumption, so overall performance is great, you know. There is a possibility here to actually play the game because I still got Fidelity FX in order to enable it and try to play the game with that one. But in this case, you can actually see it's not very playable, and I got room to improve. With Fidelity FX on ultra performance, you can actually see I got 34 FPS, 36 FPS on average. I mean, if it's running like this, I don't want to play the game, seriously. But considering the age of the video card, I will say this is a good performance overall. I know what's going to happen with an NVIDIA video card, you know, so in order to use Fidelity FX on an NVIDIA card, it needs to be DirectX 12, you know, so it needs to be at least 900 series or something like that, or a GTX 750 with DirectX support. But disregarding that, I think this video card is much better on Fidelity FX in this game in order to try to utilize the game. But there's a lot of artifacts around the objects, a lot of, you know, the NPC, you can actually see they're very blurry and not funny, you know. It's not okay to play the game like this. I like the video card, there is no problem, there is no question. I think this video card is fantastic, and if there is any chance on actually playing in the future with this video card, I will take it. If I had an opportunity like this back in the days in 2015 to have this video card, I would have taken, because I didn't know how this video card was working back in days. You know, 2015, I was starting my journey with NVIDIA. But disregarding the performance this video card managed to show me today, I think this was a very valid option. You know, 2015, not gonna lie, 4 gig of VRAM, it's a fantastic option even today. But back in the days, I don't think you had the opportunity to actually load this video card. So all in all, this video card is fantastic. I can recommend it. So there is no problem on that side. The drivers is okay, everything is good. So yeah, all of the sign shows that this is a good video card. So I can say nothing bad about the video card. If you have any suggestion for the video card or for the system, leave a comment and I will see you very soon.